So you're struggling with building fast? And wonder how all these nutty pros get height so fast? Well, it's all because they share these secret tips that only pros know in the pro-only group chats. But I actually recently managed to get myself invited into some of these pro group chats, and I'm going to be leaking you guys some of the best high ground retakes to help you build faster. And when I say to the public, I mean, yes, you sitting there watching this video right now. Speaking of you, if you want to get better in Fortnite in different areas, I always leak some of the best pro tips that no one ever talks about on my channel exclusively. And if you don't subscribe, then everyone else subscribing right now is going to get these exclusive tips and going to dumpster on you in your next game of Fortnite if you don't get the tips, so you may as well subscribe. Also, dropping a like on the video has something to do with the algorithm on YouTube, so please help me out and drop a like. It takes you like 2 seconds. Also, I want every single one of you to flex your arena points, so go down to the comments right now and comment how many arena points you have, and I'm going to be highlighting some of them that I see with the most arena points. But other than that, let's get straight into some of the best high ground retakes. Okay, so we're getting into tip number 1 and how to actually improve on high ground retakes. Now, everybody knows when it comes to retakes, it all ends in usually a kill. And now, it's great in order to actually know these high ground retakes, but it's pointless if you can't kill the person at the end. So, first thing we're going to be talking about is actually how to piece control your enemies at the end of a high ground retake. Let's say we've just finished our high ground retake and it comes to the end of a stair here. And all you want to do is replace a wall just like so. Very simple, just mine it twice and place the wall back instantly. Then from here, edit the wall. And then you're going to walk up to the window and you're going to make a box through the window. Now, this is a little difficult, so you might have to get a good attempt at this. So what we're going to do is place a floor, wrap around some walls, and a floor and a pyramid above them. Once you got this sort of thing down, you want to practice that in a fluid motion. Now I want you guys to throw a stair or pyramid into the mix. Now from here, what it's going to allow you to do is then have your enemy completely boxed up at the end of a high ground retake, so you can get a nice one pump for your montage or just to make it look clean and satisfying. You can do the exact same thing with a stair. Personally, it's better because it can't shoot you back. Then you can flip it over and hit them in the head with a nice pump. Now, the reason why this is so important, like I already said, is because if you can't finish the enemy at the end of a high ground retake and you scuff your shot, there's no point of even doing the high ground retake in the first place. Okay, bet. So that's the first tip, very simple, and we're going to be moving on to the second tip. Make sure you got that first tip down though before you move on to the second tip, otherwise it will not work. So second retake and the second tip is going to be super important. You need to listen up. Now don't worry, we'll get into the retakes all in good time, but make sure you've got these vital tips down beforehand. Otherwise they'll all be useless. At least this is what the pros have told me. So this is actually going to be when to use retakes. Now me doing all these flashy retakes, I never actually do these in an actual match of Fortnite. And you may be like, Woods, why not? These are really good and protective. Well, they're actually not, because 90% of the time, the retake actually is just to look flashy for your creative montage, and you're left in the open and you can still get shot. So you guys need to actually differentiate when you need to use a flashy retake or an actual protective retake. Well, the old face way retake where you wrap some walls around, edit through, place 2 things and get out. Now, this is cool and all for your montages, but in reality, if we take a look at the situation, you can get shot straight through there. Like, this retake is useless in an actual scenario. So that's why later in this video, I'm going to be teaching you some actual protective retakes that will actually keep you protected all the time and still look flashy for your montage. So it's important you don't click away and you keep watching for those secret retakes. So for tip number 3, you're going to need to make sure you get this one down before we jump into the actual retake, because this one's going to be included in the first retake, but you have to learn the vital step first. And now this is actually the protecting step. So like I was talking about, we're going to be learning some protective high ground retakes, but first I'm going to teach you guys how to actually properly protect yourself. Now you can simply do this when it comes to having a ramp. All you guys need to do is go into this fluid motion of going left or right. You may want to choose if you have a controller, if you're left or right-handed. Sometimes it just comes natural. I personally go for the opposite, so I'm a right-handed controller player, and I like to go ahead and do it to the left. Maybe vice versa if you're the other way around. And all you guys are going to go ahead and do is wrap some walls around just like so. Then place a stair just above your head. And then you can carry on editing through, and you can do the exact same thing each time you go through. Or you can do the vice versa thing where you wrap around on the right hand side and just carrying on doing this. Now, why we need to learn this is for the actual first retake, what you guys need to actually go ahead and do is wrap around just like so, placing this, and then you're going to go ahead and edit out to the side, and this can be used for multiple different retakes, but you guys just need to make sure you get this first motion down, and just see if you can get at least 2 of these down in a row to make sure you can actually be successful for the first retake. Alrighty, and now we're going to be moving on to the actual first retake, but make sure you've watched over all the tips beforehand, otherwise you will not be successful at this part of the video at all. And then if you skip to this point, then move back, get those tips watched, and then you come back to the section. So what I want you guys to do is use the tip that we had from earlier about protecting yourself. What you're going to do is go ahead and wrap your walls around just like so. You already know how to do this. And then what you're going to want to do is edit out to the side, place a stair, place a pyramid and a floor, just like so. Then we do this so that no one can double edit down on us, of course. And then let's say our opponent is behind us in this situation and we want to get away from them while being protected, which is another tip in today's video, so make sure you go watch that part if you haven't. And then from here on, what you guys are going to want to head and do is we're going to be doing a bit of a side jump here, but we're going to be adding a twisters and adding some walls and a stair above us to protect ourselves. Now we can simply do this by jumping out to the side, wrapping some walls around and placing a floor down below us. Once you get to the stage here, you want to get past this middle line just like so, then place a stair above your head. Now not only is that going to look flashy, but if anyone's ever behind you, as you can see, the whole time you are protected behind this layer, and even when you jump up, you're still going to be protected. And Woods, what if they actually shoot at you while doing this? Well, this is a perfect scenario, because if you get to this situation and start spraying you in the back, all you got to do, turn around, wait for them to break it, and pump them straight in the face. But anyways, if you want to carry on with this retake, then you can go ahead and edit through it and carry on doing the exact same thing, jumping out, placing a thing, going straight through, having another 2 of those bad boys, and going straight through each time. Now, this next retake we're going to be jumping into is very good for actually protecting yourself if anyone is ever directly above you. So let's say you're going along your stairs up and you need to get protection quick. All you're going to want to do is place 2 walls just like so. When you get to this stage, you're going to go ahead and wrap some pyramids just around like that. Then from here, you're going to wrap 3 walls around and place a stair to catch yourself. Then I want you guys to place a floor just like so. Edit this floor, place a wall just like that. Now the reason is so that no one can shoot us from above. And then you're going to go ahead and do a bit of a side jump, place a floor, then a stair, and then you should be protected to carry on doing another couple ramps up. So let's have a look at what this would look like in full speed. Boom, just like that, you're all protected and you're good to go. Now, the reason why this is so protective is because if anyone is ever above you, let's say they're in this sort of angle, they cannot see you from around here. You go around, do the Highground Retake, jump out to the side, and now you're double editing back up, but they can't see you and you're protected the whole time. So the third Highground Retake of today's video is going to be really basic, and basically what it is if anyone is ever on your actual same layer of floor, but you want to get closer to them without being shot, this is going to be perfect for that. Now this one took me some time to learn, and it can be really satisfying after you get to learn it. So what you're going to want to do is place a floor and a pyramid. You're going to edit it just like so, place a wall, edit it like a Dorito, edit again, and as you can see, all you want to do is just keep doing this along and along, and basically this is going to mean that you're constantly protected at all times, so that no one can shoot you if you're trying to reach them on the same level. As you can see here, they cannot shoot you for 1 bit and you'll be protected. This is what it's going to look like in full speed. As you can see, it's super satisfying and it's really successful at keeping you protected, so definitely make sure to learn that one. But honestly guys, I wanted to keep this video fairly short and sweet, so definitely make sure to check out one more of my tip videos, as like I said, I leak tips all the time. So check out another one of my tip videos guys, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Make sure to click one of those end screens and subscribe and like if you haven't already, and make sure to comment your arena points currently down below and flex on everyone, and I'll make sure to get back to you and heart your comment. Other than that guys, I'll see you all on my next video. Peace out.